What's going on here, everyone? Welcome back to Carefree TV. And as you can probably tell, this is a bit different, and I just need to explain. It's going to be a bit of a channel update to start before I get onto the game on Sunday, which obviously I'm here to preview. Basically, as you can probably notice, there was no review of the Norwich game, and that is I've got two reasons. Firstly, um, on the day of the game, obviously I wasn't vlogging it, as I said in my preview. Why? And so I just sort of let things slide a bit. I didn't really focus on getting into the ground that early. Basically, I had a few drinks before the game and all that, and I was really tired. And pretty much by the time I got home, I'd forgotten pretty much everything which happened in the game. I know it sounds really bad, but just one of these things which happens. I was just out with my mates, had a few drinks, got back late, watched TV, and by the time I was actually prepared to record a video, I just forgotten everything. So I thought, you know what, I'll record one on Sunday. And then when it got to Sunday, after I watched the highlights and stuff and sort of reminded myself, um, you know, I recorded a video, and the cord which connects my camera to my computer to upload stuff, it doesn't work anymore. I don't know why. It does not connect. It doesn't upload videos anymore. I have no idea why this happened. It is quite old, so maybe it's just wear and tear and that. But I ordered a new one. I was really hoping it would arrive before Tottenham, but it hasn't, which is really disappointing. So basically, I've got to use this, which is my webcam. This background behind me obviously is a bit different. For those of you who have watched my live streams on Chelsea SW6 will know this, and obviously any of you which watched, of course, my live reactions to the PSG game will be familiar with this background. Um, Unfortunately, what this means is that there probably will not be an away day video for the Tottenham game, and that is because my camera obviously does not connect to my computer, and believe it or not, my phone. Right, I've got a pretty poor phone, and it recently, since I updated my computer, for some reason it no longer connects with it. So I've pretty much got no way of uploading it. Something which I am able to do though is record, like upload sort of very short videos from my phone directly to YouTube. So I might do that because I will be at the game on Sunday at White Hart Lane. But I'm sorry, just this channel is sort of all over the place at the moment. For those of you who've been subscribed a long time will know that consistency, proper equipment, just generally good videos are a rarity. So bear with me if you're more new to the channel. But anyway, let's get on to the game at White Hart Lane. As you can see, I've got my ticket. Got some stickers as well, which should be fun. And it's a game which I am absolutely dreading, if I'm being perfectly honest. This could go horribly wrong. I was obviously at the game at White Hart Lane last year, and it was absolutely horrible. It is an absolutely horrible away ground for any of you who haven't been. The area around it is just an absolute shithole. The fans, their atmosphere is pretty poor, but as you'll see, as soon as they get their tails off, as soon as they, if they get an equaliser or go ahead, or go 1-0 up or something, the noise level just picks up probably more than any other ground. I've never known such a big contrast from not winning to winning at any other ground in my life. And obviously they're in fantastic form as well, and we're not. So this is a really tough game. I think we're definitely not favourites for this. I would 100% take a 0-0 draw for this one because obviously we beat Tel Aviv 4-0, beat Norwich 1-0, keep the consistency of not conceding going on. And I just think that obviously it'd be horrible to lose these lot away from home twice in a row. So I would definitely take a 0-0 draw. However, I don't think it's going to end that way. I think there'll be quite a lot of goals in this one, and I can honestly see Spurs winning it. But I don't think I'll ever predict Spurs to beat Chelsea on this channel. So I'm going to be optimistic and say 1-0 as my score prediction. But obviously, going into the game, what our team lineup would be. I heard Courtois is back in training, but I don't think he's fit enough to play against Tottenham. So I think Begovic should be in goal. Personally, I would play Azpilicueta at left back and Borislav Ivanovic at right back, purely because while Barbara had a very good game in midweek, that is Tel Aviv, and they're a much worse team than Tottenham. Nothing has shown me that Barbara is good enough to be a starting choice in the Premiership, and I think Ivanovic he's used to these games. He actually had a very good game against Norwich, so I think we should play Ivanovic. He's experienced. He's got the leadership, he's got the character, he's got the fight, which I think can do a good job. And I could be proved completely wrong in this, but I think he'd be a better suit to this game. And obviously, Azpilicueta is just a fantastic defender in general. Centre back, I would definitely start John Terry, and I would probably also go with Gary Cahill purely because I think He played obviously playing against Tottenham in the League Cup final. I know he had a shocker on New Year's Day. He played against Tottenham in the Cup final at centre back. Did a very very good job. And the reason why I wouldn't play Zuma at centre back is because I would sort of like to see him in the midfield role, like he did in the Cup final, which of course we won last year, alongside Nemanja Matic. Their midfield is fantastic. They've got players like Ericsson. They've got players like Dele Ali. They've got Lamella, who's just finally starting to come into his own. Obviously, feeding the main man Harry Kane up front. Their midfield is really really strong. I think we just need to pack it out with as much sort of strength as possible. And obviously, I would personally, I think it would be brilliant if Ramirez, Matic, and Zuma are all somehow involved in that midfield, just as much stability as possible. I would probably also like to. I would love to see Hazard play as well. I think he had a very good game against Norwich and much improved performance as well against Tel Aviv. So I would probably go sort of something along the lines of Zuma and Matic, Ramirez on the right mid, Hazard sort of in the number 10 role, and then of course the brilliant Willian. And now I think pretty much every Chelsea fan has been dreaming of a Willian free kick in the last minute against Tottenham on Sunday. That would be absolutely unreal. I don't see it happening myself, but you can live in hope in that. And then I would obviously play Diego Costa up front because I think while he hasn't been in good form, he did score in his last game, which is and so maybe a bit of confidence going into that. I also think that Falcao is just one of the. He's honestly, I think this move made sense at the start of the season, but I've been proved wrong when I said it would be a good signing. He's looked absolutely awful, if I'm being honest. I think out of the big strikers we've signed in the past, Shevchenko, Torres, as examples, I definitely think Falcao's probably the worst of them. He's been absolutely appalling, and I don't think Remy has a big enough impact at the start of when he starts games. Tottenham, as I've said, mentioned a few of their good players anyway. I think their centre back partnership is really really strong. I think it's Vertonghen and Alderweireld have formed a brilliant partnership. Obviously, Eric Dyer's moved sort of more into central midfield. He's had a brilliant season. I think they've only lost one game. I could be wrong. I think they've only lost one game in the league. So this is going to be really, really tough, this match. And I would just pretty much anything to avoid defeat. I'll take a draw, 0-0, 1 or whatever it is. But I don't think we should. If we don't lose, we don't lose any ground on them because I think they are competitors for us for top four. I think we keep this undefeated streak going. But as I've said, I'm really not looking forward to this game at all. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I'm sorry about this whole setup. I'm sorry about not uploading. I really am. But things happen really when you're a channel like mine, which is just me talking to a camera most of the time. Things go wrong. Stuff has gone wrong, and I will probably see you on Sunday afternoon, hopefully in a good mood after we've got good positive result at White Hart Lane. Game kicks off 12 o'clock. I think 12 o'clock. I think it's live on BT Sport. I'm at the game. I'm in the lower bit of the away section. So if any of you are going, remember, and you see me, of course, say hi. Keep the booth air flying high. Oh, actually, wait, quickly before I go, I need to shout out to my mate Harry Robertson. He helped me get a ticket to this game because I've been struggling for loyalty points this year. I'll leave a link to his Twitter down below. Go and follow him. He's a good guy. Yeah. Thanks for watching this video. Thanks for watching the video. Keep the blue flag flying high and come on the Chels.